Hello again, everyone. Today I thought I'd have a go at making a card with the background that I made yesterday. I did a complete half sheet of A4, a sheet of A5, and instead of cutting it long this way, as I did for my previous card with these trees, I chopped it down there and made a small panel, shortened it, narrowed it, and I thought I would put it onto a card 5x7. Putting that on there, it kind of looks a little bit lost, you know, a bit a little bit lonesome. So I thought I would cut a panel. So there is the mount for this, and already it's a bit more vital, isn't it? Someone commented that the effect of the inking on this particular background looked a little bit ghostly, looked a little bit spooky. So I thought to myself, what can I do with this? And I remembered that I had a die from Gummiapan of an owl. And I think this was intended to be, is it Hedwig? The owl, can't remember, because it came with a pen and a book. So, you know, spooky trees and owls and things. And the owl used to carry letters. So I dug out, this is Charlie and Portion guide that went with the letterbox. Some very small letters. They're going to be kind of big for the owl, but I don't think we'll worry about that really. So I thought I would cut out some owls just to try different things. So I've cut out a bunch and I've cut them all in black. When I put them onto this background, I thought they looked a bit stark and I don't know, you couldn't see all the details and things. So I had a few thoughts. I thought, do I use some luscious powder just to highlight the embossing that goes into the face of this? You can see it on this one here, of this die. And if I did, I looked at these two colours. One is Magic Sparkle and the other one is Silver. I thought, do I put some of that on? And if I do, how do I apply it? Do I mix it with water and paint it on? Do I stamp that with Versamark and brush them on dry? Or do I simply use some gilding wax on there, some silver gilding wax? So I've cut a few out because I don't know what to do. And I thought I'd try a little bit of something on each one. I knew I had a sentiment that said birthday mail. So I looked that out, and my idea is to have the owl carrying a letter in its mouth and birthday mail on there. So that's kind of it. I didn't know whether I wanted black on white or white on black. I don't know. So as I say, I've got a few here to try a few different things out on to see which I like the best. I mean, it doesn't matter what I do, really. I can please myself. What I think I will do is just stick these two together. But before I do, I cut these with my guillotine. And I find that cut edges with a guillotine or a trimmer are a bit stark. They haven't got that lovely rounded edge that you get if you use a die. So what I do is this. I use an embossing tool. Lots of you have seen this before. And I just, go over the edge just to soften that raw cut. It's almost imperceptible, but to me, I think it means a lot. It just makes it look more finished. So, and I've discovered that this silicone mat that I'm using as a craft sheet is much better for doing this than a glass mat, for example, because it's got a little bit of give in it. So you get a nice rounded over edge. So that is I'll keep sticking to this. Really, really hot today. It's September, and I think we're having our summer. I think the world's weather is doing all sorts of very strange things. So, okay. So now I'm going to mount one on t'other, and then that'll be sort of out of the way for a little while until we want to put everything else onto it. Let me get my tape runner. Here it is. I like this very much. Okay. Had a bit of reorganisation. I've got a little space under my desk for my tape runners now. Okay, let's just pop this onto here. There we are. It's a tiny bit sticking out there. Okay, I think we're there. Good-o. Doesn't it make a difference just to be framed? It's why we frame pictures, I suppose. So that's going to go on there somehow, some way. Put it out of the way for a minute. Now let's have a think about the old owl, bless him. I could just try with some gilding wax. I hadn't thought of that until just now, until I just started. So let's have a little look at some gilding wax. Obviously silver with the colours that go in there. Now I don't have an applicator for this one, so I'm just going to do it with my finger. It's nice, isn't it? We'll have a look at it against the background in a moment and just see what we think. Now that immediately has brought up all that embossing, so you can actually see the detail of the die cut, which is lovely. Let's just have a look at this again to see what we think. But that gets a bit lost against that, doesn't it? We could, of course, put it onto a black one and just offset it slightly so that we have just like a shadow. That's a possibility, isn't it? Okay, we'll carry on, see what else we can do. So I hadn't actually, thought of gilding wax until this time. I was thinking on the lines of Luscious. Well, let's have a look and see what we're going to do with the Luscious. Let's just get some Versamark, and we'll try one of these, and in a moment we'll see which one we like, or I like. You might have your own opinions too. Okay, there's a bit of Versamark. Now Versamark will grab the Luscious powder. So let me find a nice soft brush. Here's one. I'll just give it a rub on a cloth just to make sure it's nice and clean. I think it's only been used for dry. I don't know which colour we think would be better with these. I'm thinking the Magic Sparkle, thinking of owls bringing letters and things. So let's just have a look at this. I'll do it on a bit of scrap. Okay, let's pop him onto here. There we go. Right, let's see what a bit of Magic Sparkle looks like on here. Have I had a pokey tool? Here's one. Okay. Ooh, it's nice, isn't it? Ooh, what do we think? That's nice, isn't it? Again, it might kind of get lost on the card itself, but let's just see. That's quite nice. Let's have a look at this one. That looks dull by comparison, doesn't it? Shall we try the silver? Let's just try the silver. We could always put a black one behind that to, like a shadow to make it show. Let's try this one. I can always use these for something else. I think that, oh, not quite. There we go. Right. Let's try the silver one. I think whatever I do to the owl, I may have to do something to the sentiment so that that ties in as well. So let's just see what we think of the silver. Put the magic by the side of it. I'm quite liking the magic, aren't you? That's the silver. Some of it went down to the caps, but it won't stay there because the Versamark didn't reach it. Okay, so we've got silver, we've got gilding wax, which is really quite dull in comparison, and we've got the magic sparkle. Ooh, I guess we could do a mix of the two, really. Let's just have a look and see what they look like on the card. See which one looks best. This is the gilding wax. Don't like that by itself. There's the shadow. Still looks a bit dull to me. Here is the magic sparkle. Let's give that one a backdrop, a bit of a shadow. Not bad, not bad. Let's try this is the silver luscious powder. The only other thing we could do would be to try a mixture of, I think it's better to, I'm just, my thoughts going. I was thinking you could paint this on if you made a paint with it, with water, just mixed a little up. But if you did that, some of it would go into the depths of the embossing and it wouldn't be so clear. So I think that the Versamark and the powder is a better option than painting it on. I did get out a palette thinking I would do that, but having just done this, I've decided it's the best way to go about it. The only other thing I'm thinking that I could do is to make a mixture of the magic sparkle and the silver. So let's just try a little bit of that. I haven't got a black one cut then for the shadow, but I can easily cut another one, won't take a moment. I've got a bit of black card, quite handy. Okay, let's try a mixture of the two. A bit of a random dab. Let's have a go. Okay, a bit of silver. No, this is the magic sparkle, beg its pardon. Bit of the magic sparkle. Do you know, I am seeing a few colours in this, which is probably going to look better with the Nuvo Glimmer paste that went on there. Let's try the silver for the top of the wings now. Let's just see. Right. Doesn't look a lot different really, does it? It's not a lot different. Okay, I'm going to make an executive decision and start putting some of these together. Right. Let me have a look. Can't pick them up. I think we're going to do this one. I think it's this one. I don't remember what it was now. I will cut one more because I think I will do a shadow. I will do a shadow for this because I think it will show it out more. And I'm going to have to do something with whichever sentiment I decide to make it tie in with this owl. Okay. All right. Here's another head wig. Right. put that onto there, put a bit of glue on the back. Right. Just offset it slightly, just to give a bit of relief. There we go. A little bit of shadow. Lovely. Makes a difference, I think, don't you? Right, let's get that out of the way. Now, let's look at the birthday mail. I wonder if this would do, if I just did this like that and used... Let's try it. I can always cut out more. I've got my dies still there, so there's not a lot of worry. Okay. Let's get this piece of paper back. I can't remember whether it was purely Magic Sparkle or whether it had any silver in it. Don't remember which one it was. I think it was... Don't know. Right, let's try this. Oh, it's lovely, lovely stuff. Look at it. It is just fab. Absolutely fab. Right, let's have a look, see what that looks like on its background. What do we think? Looks a bit far removed from that. Perhaps I put more stuff on, did I? Let me give it a swipe off. I think that would be fine. Okay, let's just get this on. My fingers are sticky with the Versamark. Not as sticky as I'd be with glue, but still, never mind. Right. I'll just put a swipe of this glue over the back of this, I think. Okay. That was a Nuvo large glue pen. I need my hoover in a minute, aren't I? I'm really pleased with that little gizmo for tidying up my desk. I've just taken a bit off there with my finger. Pop it back on again. Okie dokie. Just press this down. Okay. Right, all I've got to do now is assemble the bits and pieces. We'll pop this onto the card base. I'm going to leave the letter exactly as is, white. I'm not going to do anything to it at all. So here is my, make sure the card's opening the correct way. Here's my panel. Right, we'll just put a tiny bit of foam tape on that wing that's going to be off the panel. And I'll put just some adhesive on this side here. There we go. Oh, does help if you take it off, doesn't it? There we go. Now, I'm just going to prise open his beak, just so that his beak is proud, and then we'll pop a letter underneath. I'm going to put a glue dot on this, on the back. There we go. Is he just got his tiny little beak there? Okay, and the birthday mail's going to go about there, I think. So this side here will need a little bit of lift away from the panel, and the rest can be stuck down onto it. Where's the end of my... There we go. Is that enough? I think so. Put a little bit down the bottom there too. Okay, and the rest will have a little bit of glue. There we go. I think we're going to be in business. Let's just take this off. Didn't turn out quite what I thought I was going to do, but that's part of life's rich tapestry, isn't it, really? And there. Just needs a little bit more over here. I think I pulled it off with my fingers. Okay. I think I must be more careful in future because a lot of that looks like it's come off, so let's see if we can remedy that a little. That's better. That's done the business. Excellent. There are ways when things go wrong, aren't there? Well, it took me longer than I thought it was going to because I thought I'd kind of got things sort of sorted, but I think that's quite a cool kind of card, don't you? Just get rid of some of the excess powder. But birthday mail brought to you by Hedwig. Thank you so much for watching.